Let's just jump right in. We've all had the dream, right? You get your hands on a powerful AI, you give it some market data, and you just prompt your way to a personal money printing machine. A trading algorithm that just works. But if you've actually tried this, you've probably hit a pretty hard wall. Either your bot barely even compiles, or its incredible backtest results just evaporate the second it hits a live market. Today, we're going to break down exactly why that's happening, and more importantly, how you can fix it.
The source material for this explainer just puts it perfectly. Using AI to build a trading algorithm is, quote, like hiring a brilliant, hyperactive intern who has never stood in front of a live market. I mean, think about it. This intern, they've read every single textbook, they can code at the speed of light, but they have zero real-world, high-stakes experience. And that, right there, is the core of the whole problem.
So where does this whole dream fall apart? Well, a lot of people think the AI is the problem. It's not. The AI is actually amazing. The real issue is the job we're giving it. We're asking it to be this creative genius, this trading guru, when we should be treating it like a hyper-efficient, disciplined assistant. And this really gets to the heart of why these projects fail. You're asking the AI to be a strategy creator. You're basically saying, hey, go invent a unique edge in one of the most competitive financial environments on the entire planet. Instead, we need to completely flip that. We need to think of it as a disciplined engineering assistant whose only job is to translate our ideas into clean, efficient code. When you make that fundamental mistake, you walk right into 5 hidden but honestly very predictable traps. These are the specific points where that whole AI to algorithm pipeline almost always breaks down. So let's walk through them one by one.
All right, here's our roadmap. We're going to cover the golden strategy illusion, then something called context decay, a classic one, look-ahead bias, then the debugging death spiral, and finally, everyone's favorite, overfitting. Understanding these is really the first step to using AI the right way.
Okay, trap number 1 is the golden strategy illusion. You ask for a unique trading edge, right? Something nobody else has. But what does the AI give you back? The most common consensus. Just think about it. The AI was trained on the public internet. It's full of every well-known strategy out there. Moving average crossovers, RSI stuff. These aren't secrets. They're textbook examples. And in trading, if everybody knows it, there's no edge left.
Next up, we have context decay. Now this one is super subtle, but it is absolutely deadly. As your conversation with the AI gets longer and longer, it actually starts to forget the crucial rules you gave it at the very beginning. Your risk parameters, your specific trading hours, that only one trade per day rule. The code just starts to drift, and pretty soon it's a mess of inconsistent and contradictory logic.
And this quote just brilliantly captures why context decay is so dangerous. Trading algorithms don't die only from bad entries. They die from contradictions in the plumbing. It's not about one bad trade signal. It's about the entire foundation of your system rotting from the inside out because the AI forgot the original blueprint.
This leads us right into trap number 3. Look-ahead bias. This is a classic. It's when your backtest accidentally uses information from the future to make decisions in the past. So for example, the code might do something like, if the market closes high today, then buy at today's open. In a backtest, that looks like a genius strategy because you already know the closing price. But in live trading, you can't know the close at the open. It's impossible.
So here's the bottom line. Your strategy isn't a strategy at all. It's a time machine. And this is exactly why so many AI-generated backtests look unbelievably profitable. They're often built on a totally impossible premise. They're cheating time to produce these spectacular but completely fake results. So what happens when you try to fix all these issues? Well, you fall into the debugging death spiral. See, the AI doesn't actually run the code. It has no idea where it actually breaks. It just predicts what a fix is supposed to look like, so it gives you these super confident, plausible-sounding answers that are just flat out wrong, and you end up stacking patch on top of patch, digging yourself into a deeper and deeper hole because you're trusting its fluency instead of actual verifiable correctness. And the final trap is a tale as old as time: overfitting. Let's be real. Markets are mostly just random noise, and an AI is a brilliant pattern-finding machine, which means it's brilliant at finding patterns in that noise that aren't even real. It can create this strategy that fits your historical data perfectly, like a custom-tailored suit. But the second you take it into the live market, which never behaves exactly like the past, the whole thing just falls apart. Okay, so we've gone through the 5 traps. It might sound a little bleak, I know, but the solution is not to just abandon AI. Not at all. It's to make a complete philosophical shift in how we use it. From treating it like some creative genius to using it as a precision tool.
This right here is the mindset shift we all need to make. We have to stop treating AI like a sorcerer, expecting it to just magically invent our trading ideas for us. Instead, we have to start using it like a scalpel, a precision instrument that simply translates our well-defined intent into clean, exact syntax. The intelligence, the idea, it has to come from you.
So how do you actually do that? How do you use the AI as a scalpel with that kind of precision? Well, it requires a completely new workflow. One that's about building a solid, verifiable machine, not a fragile, hopeful story. Here it is, the disciplined approach. First, you define the math. That means you write out your hypotheses and your formulas before you ever touch a line of code. Second, you ask the AI for only one function at a time, a small, testable piece. Third, you personally verify every single piece of code yourself, then you lock it in. And fourth, you reset the conversation constantly to avoid that context decay we talked about. Start a fresh chat with your verified code.
So it all comes back to this one crucial point. Your edge, your actual advantage in the market, has to come from your thinking, your observations, and the specific constraints you design. The AI's job is not to have the idea. Its job is just to convert your well-formed intent into syntax, quickly and cleanly. That's it.
And this really is the bottom line. It's a powerful statement that just wraps this whole philosophy up perfectly. The market does not pay for clever prompts. It pays for disciplined design. Your success is not going to be determined by how well you can talk to an AI, but by how rigorously you can think like an engineer.
So as we wrap this up, I'm going to leave you with this one question to think about in your own work. When you sit down to build your next project, ask yourself, are you using your AI as a sorcerer, just hoping for some magic? Or are you wielding it as a scalpel with precision, discipline, and intent? The answer to that could make all the difference.